You have been programmed to believe that the cross is a symbol of death, suffering, and sacrifice, an outer ritual where all your debts are paid for so you could be saved. But the question no one seems to ask is, why this symbol? Contrary to consensus of traditions, the cross, according to esoteric, mystical, and Kabbalistic wisdom, is often interpreted not as a symbol of death, but as a dynamic structural blueprint for the tree of life, often representing the intersection of divine energy, the vertical, and material existence, the horizontal. Rather than an instrument of destruction, the cross is viewed as a living axis of the universe, connecting the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical realms. The vertical line represents the descent of divine spirit, while the horizontal bar represents the material plane, or the vehicle of human experience of the vertical. The point of intersection is where these two forces meet, integrate, and create a living, balanced consciousness. The cross represents the four cardinal points, or the four classical elements: fire, air, water, and earth, functioning as a cosmic compass that organizes chaotic energy into stable living structure. In many esoteric studies, the cross is seen as the tree of life mentioned in Genesis, not a dead instrument, but a living, nourishing tree, sometimes referred to as Solon in mystical context, to signify it as a channel for the divine. Long before modern religion, the cross is considered a universal symbol of structured awareness, of integrated polarity, a geometric reality beyond religion, sacrifice, or any form of vicarious atonement. The control empire programmed the masses into perceiving the cross as primarily a symbol of execution. To the contrary, it is a holographic glyph and a map of consciousness. The cross points beyond history. It points to the awareness of human dichotomy. Gnostics point at the cross as a diagram of descent of divine intelligence penetrating mortal vessels. The essence of Gnostic interpretation is the recognition of divine presence enshrined in matter. This revolutionized doctrinal conditioning towards direct experience of a living current. The burden of the cross is seen as the process of transmutation, where personal suffering, the lower nature, is hammered and refined, resulting in spiritual rebirth and awakening of subtle centers within the human body. Esoteric teachings often interpret the death on the cross as the death of the ego, the lower nature, which allows for the resurrection of the true spiritual self. The cross is the living wood, a conduit for the divine love, represented by the letters INRI, Igni, Natura, Renovator, Integra. By fire, nature is renewed. Esoteric traditions link the cross to the Egyptian Ankh, the cross of life, which is represented by the combination of the male vertical and spiritual signal and the female horizontal and material forces leading to immortality. The Celtic cross, in addition, includes the circle overlapping the extremes of the points of the cross, representing the sun, eternity, an uninterrupted cycle of ongoing life. In summary, the mystery of the cross is enshrouded in the understanding of the divine force, the vertical, nailed into form, the horizontal, which is fixed in a state of unconsciousness, requiring the simple effort of remembering necessary for awareness of the source stuck in the temporal. Let me have your take on this one. Be a part of the conversation. See you in the next one. Bye for now.